Welcome everybody to the final episode of this crash course. This is the finale. So today we will be talking about overall sustainability, how you can find your own personal strategy and optimize trading for yourself. We'll go into paper trading and backtesting it, how to truly take what you learn from this crash course and practice. And finally, we'll discuss the psychology aspect of trading as well. So let's talk about sustainability. Trading is the money business, and as a trader you want to understand that longevity is very important. As a trader, you want to ensure the longevity of your account and have sustainable systems set up in place for you to be consistently profitable. To do this, you're going to have to highlight risk management heavily, like we mentioned in the last video. You're going to have to know when to trade, when not to trade. For example, you shouldn't trade during high-impact news like CPI, PPI, FOMC, and NFP. You have to make those decisions regarding your system. Additionally, you should have strict rules. For example, after 2 losing trades, you take the day off. After 2 losing days, you take a day off. That type of things. You need to understand that you need to have longevity, and without longevity, everything will crash. You want to essentially treat it like a business. In a business, you have systems set up in place to mitigate risks, to stay sustainable, and etc. You always want to have a game plan before you come into the day and execute on it every single day. Moving forward, let's talk about your own personal strategy. Throughout your journey, you will essentially go through a trial and error process in which you will find what exactly you like and what works for you as a trader. What I do personally will not work for every single one of you guys. Every single trader can succeed with a different strategy, but no trader will be adept at the same strategy. For example, one trader may prefer swing trading, which is a lot longer time frame, while some traders may want to be a scalper, which is pretty short time frame. Additionally, some traders want to be active trader, looking at the charts while they're trading and all of that, while some may want to be passive, which means they do their analysis, take the trade, set their targets and stop loss, and get out. Additionally, different traders are going to have their different setup models. Some traders are going to use the zones, some traders are going to use support and resistance, some traders are going to use liquidity, some traders are going to use ICT concepts. There is honestly a vast variety of strategies and setup models that one can use. But if you can make your own setup models that are preferable to you and most suitable to you yourself through your trial and error and through backtesting as well, this will typically be what would be best for you as a trader. You can find your personal strategy through lots of practice, and what better way to practice than by paper trading and backtesting. By leveraging paper trading and backtesting, you can essentially find your edge over time and see what setups work, see what setups don't work, and you can determine the statistics, including the win rate associated with that as well. Additionally, I want to highlight that when you're getting started, it's a great idea to paper trade the live market, especially at New York session or London session, and by doing so, you can get live experience to the markets. Furthermore, you can also paper trade through backtesting, which is essentially trading using past historical data. Let's go on the charts and I'll show you an example of backtesting and how exactly to backtest and paper trade. So now that we're on the charts, we're on the NQ charts right now. I'll show you how to paper trade. In the bottom, there's something called your trading panel. In your trading panel, all you click is you click this paper trading button, you click connect, and then you get your whole paper trading account. As you can see, I have $1 billion in my paper trading account. I'm a billionaire. And you can reset your account and set a lot of types of leverage. You want to just keep these settings all at default. For the sake of this video, let's keep it at $50,000 like most prop firm challenges. From here, what we can do is we can click this trade button and this pops up. This is the amount of contracts you have and you want to trade using that. In this crash course, I haven't gone over the specific measurements of movement and the nicks and knacks of trading, although they are very important. I highlighted that it's very important for you guys to take your time to learn the basics outside of my videos. My videos are there to set you guys up for success as a trader. They're not to teach you the specific in-depth ideals of all trading. I'm just trying to get you guys started. So now that we're here, say we choose our contracts, we choose our take profit, and we do whatever like this. This is 10% risk, and let's just say one contract. You can click buy or you can click sell. Let's practice and click buy. And it makes a noise effect and you are in the trade right away. So you can exit by clicking that X button like I did, or you can click the opposing button. For example, when I click sell, I can exit the trade by clicking buy. Furthermore, to backtest, what you do is you click this replay button, and now what you can do is you can go into the past. So let's just say we go back past this. Now we're in the past and we're at historical data. Now you can play the past and practice. Say we want to enter long here. Say we want to enter long here. Sorry, what I did there was I just hit a paper trade from backtesting instead of using the inbuilt trading software. So what you do is when you're backtesting, you want to click this buy and sell function, not this buy and sell function, because this buy and sell is for live only. Let's just sell it real quick. Okay, from here what you can do is you can click buy or sell. You can adjust the speed of the movement, and you can go from 0.1, which is insanely slow, to even to 10x, which goes pretty fast. Typically when you're starting, you want to keep it at 1x so that you understand the overall movement of such. But when you're doing it quickly and want to go over large spans of time, you can go to 10x and just dilly-dally with whatever. To exit your trade, you can either click the opposing or you can simply click flag. To add your TP or stop loss, you just drag it by hovering over this function. So let's just say we put a TP. Additionally, if you move our TP down to where we're at right now, it automatically sells. Now to go back into the future, all you do is you click this forward button right here. When you're here, you get to see all your reports. So in our one trade we took, we had 100% win rate, and this is our profit. I wouldn't recommend being too happy with profit because profit can be over leveraged, doesn't matter, but the win rate should be what you're looking for. Additionally, you can also click your performance and look through a variety of different charts, which gives you your average risk to reward ratio and much more. This is a great tool when you're just getting started, and it can truly help you identify your overall system as a trader. Now, once you did that, if you click replay once again, you go into the future. You go into the present. So now let's get back into the presentation. So now that you learned how to paper trade, I know I mentioned this in episode 1, I believe, but I wanted to highlight this again going a bit more in depth with backtesting as well, so that you guys understand the actual importance of this. So, moving forward, let's talk about psychology. And psychology is actually one of the most important aspects of trading. Since money is involved in trading, there is such a big psychological impact and psychological aspect of the trade. It can quickly turn into a gambling sensation because you're playing with money, and with money you get this spike of dopamine, which is very similar to gambling. You can click buy and sell by over leveraging, revenge trading, and doing all of that just so you have that dopamine feeling so you can get out on top, which typically ends in you losing a lot of money. To prevent psychology breaks, you need to focus on your system and analysis and not the money at hand. One way to do this is to simply go to settings in your broker or paper trader, and you can change your profit and loss to show ticks instead of dollars. Additionally, over time, you'll learn to manage your impulses, emotions, including FOMO, fear of missing out, and greed, which are two of the most important emotions or impulses that affects traders on a day-to-day basis. Every single trader falls victim to these impulses every once in a while, even the most experienced, but it is the sustainability and longevity that separates the successful traders from the non-successful traders. And that's where I want to leave it for this crash course. You guys learned so much in this crash course, and I'm very proud of you guys. Now it's time to practice. Time to practice, time to adapt, time to execute. Today, we not only talked about what can bring you long-term success regarding sustainability, we also talked about the importance of finding what works for you and finding your personal system and strategy. Additionally, we highlighted that practice makes perfect. What by practicing, you can identify your system, statistics, and much more, which are all essential to succeed as a trader. Additionally, we discussed the importance of psychology and the importance of being psychologically controlled as a trader, which you'll learn over time. And that's it for this crash course. Thank you so much for hearing me out throughout this entire 10 episode series, and I hope you guys take your time and actually initiate in the process of trading. Trading is not only a journey financially, it's also a journey personally. By embarking in the journey of trading, you're essentially embarking on a personal growth journey, and I wish you the best in that as well. Take your time, execute, don't rush things, focus on your analysis, and I hope you guys all do great. Join the Discord if you have any questions, or leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Goodbye.